Hey, what's up guys? We've gotten some pretty interesting sightings over the past few days. The first of which was the image with which you're seeing now that was captured by Marty Jones in the small framing town of Pitts, Georgia. The source was outside smoking, and he stated in his email that there was a beautiful bright moon out with very little light pollution, so he wanted to test his camera out, so he took it out, took a few photos, and as he was taking images, he saw something on the screen, after which he snapped a couple more images, at which point the object he had seen on the screen as he was taking the images had disappeared. Now, this image was taken on October 4th, 2014, at around 11:30 p.m., and this is the first time that this image has been released. Caught up in the sky, you can see the reflection of the moonlight off of the side of it, and this looks like your typical cigar-shaped craft. We have seen many of these before, and as a matter of fact, the very first UFO photo ever taken is of a cigar-shaped UFO. You can see that there looks to be some sort of detailing along the side of this object. However, I want you to look at this image and compare it to this one here. Now, if you'll remember, we have been doing a series of videos regarding the earliest UFO photos ever taken, and strangely, this cigar-shaped UFO caught in 2014 looks to be extremely close in liking to this cigar-shaped craft caught here over New York City on March 20th, 1950. And this, which is a more cylindrical, cigar-shaped UFO, was actually included in the Project Blue Book files, and the original photographer's name was actually deleted, as was most of the material that was finally declassified and released. And upon investigating the report, Project Grunge officially labeled it, quote, the moon. So this is obviously not the moon. And many people have speculated that these large, tubular, and cigar-shaped objects are motherships of some sort. Many people have caught in these cigar-shaped craft releasing smaller structures. So the evidence leans toward these large cigar-shaped crafts as being something more, possibly something of more importance in the scheme of things in the hierarchy of these crafts. So big thanks to Marty Jones of Pitts, Georgia for sending this in. Another interesting set of images that have come out recently were photographed in Colima, Mexico, of what is purported to be a massive disc or saucer-shaped craft. And these images here that you're seeing were captured in 1958 and were recently presented by the journalist Jamie Masson of the Third Millennium TV show. And the two witnesses of this image, Javier Torres and Alejandro Dinas, purportedly snapped these images in 1958 while they were on a stretch of highway between Colima and Guadalajara, wherein which they saw this disc-shaped object flying past them at a high rate of speed before disappearing over the hills. The description of these images when they were posted online is as follows. Quote, these pictures were taken on a section of Colima and Guadalajara highway when the renowned photographer of Colima called Javier Torres, accompanied by his friend Alejandro, were in the car heading to Guadalajara when they stopped to look at the beautiful scenery and take some pictures. While they were taking a gaze at the landscape, they saw this UFO in the form of a large disc aircraft that flew about 40 to 50 meters from them. So they decided to snap as many pictures as possible. The UFO investigator Carlos Clemente recently presented these images and compared it with other similar cases such as that of George Adamski and Billy Meyer. So once again, if legitimate, these are some pretty damning images. Now, this footage right here is very, very interesting. We've had the footage for some time. We have been wanting to get it up, so we will play it for you guys now, and we really want to hear what your opinions are. This was actually sent to us by a man from Belgium, and he sent us this detailed email entitled UFO and Aliens Caught on iPad by Accident. And what you're seeing in this image is the man is basically walking down the street at night. You can see buildings and street lights in the background, and at one point you will see a building in the background and a street light just to the left of the building. And as stated by the source and seen in the video, you will start to see a small light crossing the sky. And right as the small light reaches the building, a craft of some sort seems to appear on the building's rooftop. And while at first glance you might think that it's some sort of reflection or lens flare due to the light post, you will notice that the object does not move as the camera continues on and jerks around. The object stays firmly planted to the rooftop, which in my opinion rules out this thing being a lens flare. And we also have a video here showing the building during the day, just to show you that there are no antennas or satellite dishes or anything like that on the rooftop. It basically looks like a light over the building, which then turns into an object on its rooftop. So you let us know what you guys think about that. And for our last sighting, we have this image that was snapped during sunset at Venice Beach, California on January 1st, showing what looks to be a massive dark craft hanging over the coast in the background. This is a blown up image here. This here is the original image, and at first glance there's nothing that sticks out. However, when you zoom in, this large black object, which is in shade due to the sun's position, starts to stand out. According to the eyewitness's statement, which was posted on UFO Sightings Daily, the source said that his friend and his 19-year-old daughter were visiting LA and walked up and down the Venice Beach on New Year's Day, looking at all the attractions, and just before sundown, as they were heading back to their car, they ventured off the path and began taking pictures of the sunset. It was at this point when they got home and transferred the images to the computer and they examined them that they noticed something they hadn't originally seen, which was this UFO here caught between two sailboat sails. The source of the image states also that just moments before, they had seen a bright object up in the clouds that they originally wanted to take pictures of. So this very well could have been the object they were speaking about that came down from the clouds and became visible. This does seem to be some sort of object. It doesn't look like a ship or a mirage of any kind. So apparently the case has been sent on to MUFON, so good luck with that. But still, it's a pretty interesting sighting. So let us know what you guys think. These are very interesting times. We are receiving more sightings by the day, and we've got a whole lot more images and footage coming your way. So be sure to share and subscribe. Let us know what you guys think, and if you have your own images or video, be sure to send it in and we'll get it out there for you. So stick around, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.